Riften, Tigress, 14th of Morning Star, 202nd year of the 4th era, night. Brenda meets up with Jarl Layla Lawgiver. She hands over the letter she found that points to the skooma dealer's den.
As you can see, the dealers were operating right under your nose this whole time, in the Riften warehouse.
This is disturbing news indeed. How could we have let this happen? Well done. You've done us a great service and you should be rewarded. Plus, you've earned the bounty on 2 of the criminals we've been trying to apprehend for months.
Thank you, my Jarl. But if I may say, the skooma threat is not over yet. With your permission, I would like to go to Craigsland Cavern and end their operation once and for all.
Of course. You may deal with them as you see fit. May your retribution be swift. I'll have some of my guards to accompany you. Clear out of the cave and I'll pay you well, yet again.
That won't be necessary, Jarl. No offense to you and your guardsmen, but I work alone. Your soldiers would slow me down.
As you wish. Put them to the sword in the name of Riften and her citizens. Do this and I'll be grateful to you, regardless of your political view.
It shall be done, Jarl. Hey, Misha, ready to go on a road trip, girl? Someone's overly excited. Good girl. What? You want an apple? But I don't have an apple with me. You smell it on me, huh? Let me think. Fine, you win. Here you go. It's a fresh one. I brought it for you today.
Next day, early morning.
What's this?
Brenda sees 2 guards on the road. Excuse me. Are you the officer assigned to investigate Craigsland Cavern?
Yes, I am her. What are you guys doing so far from Shore's watchtower?
We were just patrolling this road. The Jarl has instructed us to let you know that there's nothing in Craigsland Cavern. You should turn around and go back.
Oh, really? As it happened, I just talked to the Jarl not so long ago. She didn't mention anything like that.
Brenda focuses on the guards' armor. She notices that their uniforms are stained with fresh blood.
You're not Riften guards, but nice try.
Brenda draws her sword and engages in combat with them. She charges on her horse and rams one of the fake guards.
Nothing on you. I assume the real guards are dead somewhere.
After vanquishing them, Brenda examines the fake guards. On her way, Brenda visits Shore's watchtower, finds the real Riften guards lying dead and stripped naked.
By the 8. I'm sorry this happened to you. You deserve better.
Brenda stands over the dead bodies and starts praying for them. A few hours later. After giving the guards a proper burial, Brenda sits and meditates. A few moments pass by, and Brenda gets an unexpected visitor. Greetings, Brenda Visoria.
St. Alicia. Forgive my astonishment, but I wasn't expecting you.
I have come on behalf of the chief deity of the Nine, Ariel.
What is it Lord Akatosh asks of me, my lady?
The gods wonder as each day passes for the last 6 mortal years. Why do you not use the gifts they bestowed upon you?
I cannot bring myself to it ever since what I did at the Gold Coast 6 years ago. I dare not. Even the worst criminals don't deserve the kind of power I can unleash upon them. Every time I get into divine state and use that power of the 8, I lose a piece of my humanity. Sometimes I don't even remember what I did. Only nightmares of the screams of the people I've hurt come back to me at nights. I don't want to be lost forever.
You will not be lost as long as your heart is true. For not only the gods chose you among millions, your father and mother saw your unlimited potential. Saint Alicia walks to Brenda to comfort her. They both commune with the gods, and 8 from 9 acknowledge their calling. Thus, with the grace of the 8, you were reborn as a demigod. The blood of the gods runs through your veins. It is your destiny to wield divine powers in their name, along with the burden to bear.
Destiny? Was it my destiny that both my parents were murdered when I was 7 years old? Was it destiny that the Thalmor hunted everyone who had the last name Visoria? My divine powers didn't save them, nor will I accept it to be my fate. I would give up my powers in a heartbeat to have my parents back just for one more day, to listen to my father's voice, to be held by my mother. But I can't have those, can I? The only possession left from my family is my father's Elder Council amulet.
Destiny is a complex thing. You never know how things are going to work out. Your parents' demise is not of the gods' doing. You know that. You will see your parents again. However, allow me to give you something you direly need. Saint Alicia puts her hand on Brenda's head with her thumb pressed on Brenda's forehead.
What was that? What did you do?
You shall discover on your next meditation. There's something else. Ariel wants you to heed his warning. Something draws near, a tragedy of neither Daedra nor Aedra's makings. The chain of events set in motion that will cause destruction and misery on Tamriel. The dark mayhem is upon us. Only you are able to undo the chaos, but you need to use your divine powers to face it. If you face the dark mayhem as a mortal, you will perish. This is Ariel's warning to you.
What is the dark mayhem?
It is unknown, even to mighty Ariel. We only know that it is the day of reckoning. Only you and the ones with the blood of the gods are immune to it.
I will do my best to stop it, but I will do it as a mortal. I will not get into divine state unless I have to.
Saint Alicia puts her hands on Brenda's shoulders and looks upon her. I understand. At times of need, compromises are necessary. You have my sincerest condolences for your loss.
Thank you, my lady. But it's been 26 years since I lost my family. I just have to live with it.
No, Brenda. My condolences for the losses yet to come.
What do you mean, losses to come?
Farewell, Brenda Visoria. Saint Alicia disappears as she walks away.
Well, Misha, it's time to go. We'll figure out what this dark mayhem is after we finish our job here.
Brenda rides to Crag's Lane Cavern. She stops at the top of the hill, decides to walk the rest of the way.
Alright, Misha, you know the drill. You'll wait here and I'll go deal with the criminals. Maybe I'll bring you back another fresh apple if I find one.
Brenda sneaks downhill to the cave's entrance. She gets just close enough to eavesdrop on the conversation. Thanks for the money. You fit the best trapper in the land. Yes, the boss wants you to bring more wolf cubs for the fighting pits. The more pit wolves, the more money we make. Have no fear. Me and my boys will bring as many animals as you want. Good luck on your new skooma operation.
With 3 beers down, the orc did frown, and bid the elf goodbye. For none could know 'twas not for show, and some.
The trappers leave the site. Only the bouncer remains. Brenda takes her time for the trappers to clear out to avoid unnecessary casualties. The time comes, and Brenda fires an arrow at the bouncer that guards the door. With a direct hit to the back of the bouncer's neck, she kills him and comes down. She enters the cave. The sound of gamblers cheering and yelling is overwhelming. Another guard sees her and charges at her. Brenda swings her sword and kills him. Gamblers are all gathered around the pit and watching the wolves fight and tear each other apart. Brenda makes her way down to the fighting pit, jumps down next to the gamblers.
I'm gonna say this only once. If you don't want to die, then get out. I'm here for the fools who run this place. If you stay here, you will die with them. Your choice.
Scared for their lives, most of the gamblers flee. The bouncers and the rest of the gamblers arm themselves with whatever they can and attack Brenda. With Brenda's every swing, someone goes down. Everyone goes down. Brenda walks over the bodies and makes her way back to the room. Well, well. Looks like my men's talent in impersonating an officer was as pathetic as a skeever biting his own toenails. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. She finds Kilnir the butcher, standing with his back turned to the door, expecting Brenda.
Kilnir the Butcher, you have felled Riften and her citizens. Dead or alive, you're coming with me. Make your choice.
That's funny. How convenient to blame me for Riften's corruption when your own hands are drenched in blood. People of Riften were already a miserable bunch of corrupt Enois long before my operation. They still are, and always will be, even if I'm not in the picture.
You are on the wrong side of the law. Criminals like you are a plague on this land. The world would be a better place without you. Offering you the chance to surrender is just a professional courtesy. Go on, make my day.
Always the noble bounty hunter. Pfft. Nobility is just an illusion you convince yourself that your actions are justified. You come here and condemn me while your actions reflect it is you who should be condemned. Dead or alive, you ask? Then let's find out. Time to end this little game. Kilnir the Butcher attacks Brenda, knowing that this could only end one way.
I'll send your soul as a gift to Boethia.
Boethia, forgive me.
At least you faced your death bravely.
After defeating Kilnir in single combat, Brenda walks to the skooma stash.
Evidence or not, I should burn this poisonous infestation. It's the best way to make sure no one will ever use them again.
Brenda burns all the moon sugar along with refined and unrefined skooma in the room. She walks to the cages to release the animals. She opens the cages and the wolves run out. Brenda catalogs everything in her logbook and gets ready to go back to Riften.
Alright, Misha, it's time to go back to Riften. I need to take a bath.
Brenda rides back to Riften on her trusty horse, Misha the Brave. A few hours later, a mysterious wood elf visits Crag's Lane Cavern. The hooded elf looks at the bodies as he passes them by. He finds Kilnir's corpse laying, and he goes to examine it. Clean cuts. Target is slain with sharp weapons. Akaviri blades. Looks like your style, Brenda. I finally found you. To be continued.